Welcome to another episode of Get Fit. My name's Tam, this is Des, and today we are going to be doing a balance and a stability workout. Our first exercise you can do on the mat. If you have a mat at home and you have socks on or bare feet, no shoes, this is going to be a lot harder without shoes on a soft mat. If you'd like to make it a little bit easier, have your shoes on and stand on the floor instead. So what I'll get you to do is you can choose either the floor or the mat, and standing up tall, we're just going to march. And I know it's going to seem easy at first, but what I want you to focus on is your balance and stability. And it's a funny thing, you'll notice you're doing weird things with your breath too, right? Focusing on trying to keep that balance. Sometimes we hold our breath, so keep breathing, keep those abs contracted. And we'll change it up a little bit, so keep going with that. And I want you to hold at the top for about 3 seconds. And then release, other side for 3. Don't hold your breath while you do this. Keep breathing. 3 seconds. And other side. So this should be getting increasingly difficult. You might notice that you're shaking a little bit. You're really focusing on trying to keep that stability. Let's make this a little bit more challenging, if you could. Need a break first? No, you're good? All right, so to make this more challenging, I want you to grab a hold of the knee, hold for 3 to 5 seconds, and then other side. Same thing, hold. It helps if you find a focal point somewhere on the floor, somewhere in front of you that's not moving. If you look at something that's moving, you'll have a little bit of a harder time maintaining that balance. Let's do 4 more. 3. Last 2. And last 1. All right, excellent job. How do you feel? Good?
Pretty good.
All right, so our next exercise, same thing with this one. If you have your feet on the mat, it creates a little bit of an unstable surface, a little bit harder. Or if you'd like to make this easier, stand on the floor. We'll be taking a step back into a lunge. So core contracted, we'll lunge it back, and then as we lunge it back, we're going to open up to the side, open up through the shoulder, keep it nice and low. Take your body weight, keep your body weight into your front foot, and then step it back up again. All right, so we'll do that again, nice and slow. Take it down into the lunge, core contracted, open up to that side, open up through the shoulder, step it together. Exhale as you lift. Keep going. Push through that front foot, open wide. And we'll do 6 more. 6. If you have a dumbbell at home, you can have a dumbbell in that alternating arm. 2 more. And last one. Shake it out. All right, it should be getting nice and warm through the legs, nice and controlled through the core. Opening up through the shoulders, working on our mobility. Next up, we're going to take it to a prisoner squat. So when we do this prisoner squat, let's take our feet nice and wide, over hip distance apart. We want to keep our toes pointing out to the corners of the room. Take it wide this time. You can change that up too if you like. If this is a difficult position for you, you can bring it in, toes pointing forward. I want you to focus on taking those hands behind your head, opening up nice and wide, Open up through the chest, keep the core contracted. Now holding this position, I want you to come down into a squat. So nice and low, push down through the heels. Exhale as you lift, keeping those elbows out by the side. Think of keeping those elbows wide. Try not to hold your breath. All right, let's do 6 more. Push through the heels. Last 4. We'll do 3 more. Okay, and to spice things up on this last one, take it all the way down and hold. Hold here. And now 1 arm at a time. Extend, bring it back in, extend, bring it back in, extend, bring it back in. 10 more seconds. Let's go. 4. And last one. Shake it out.
Longer than 10 seconds.
Yeah, well, never trust a trainer to count for you, ever. Seconds, reps, weight. Sometimes we'll sneak some extra weight on there. All right, so let's add on to this. We'll do the same exercise, same thing, same prisoner squat. This time, as you come down into that squat, we're going to lift, hands out to the side, bring it back up. We'll do that 10 times. On the 10th one, I want you to come all the way down and hold, and then lift your heels up off of the ground for 10 reps. All right, here we go. 10, yep, arms come out. 9, nice and wide. 8, push through the heels, get nice and low. You counting? 6 more. Last 2. And last one. Hold. There we go, heels up. Now if you struggle with lifting both heels up at the same time, you can do one at a time instead. And again, this is a lot harder on the mat. If you were on the floor, it'd be a little bit easier. All right, 2 more. And stand it up, shake it out.
A little bit of a burner.
Yeah. We'll grab some water, we'll take a break, and we'll come back and do a few more stability exercises.
Welcome back to the second half of Get Fit. We have some real good exercises to really challenge your balance and stability. So let's get right into it. The first one we're gonna do is what's called a single leg deadlift. Now there's 2 levels to this one. So first level, we're gonna take those hands right up above our head, and as we hinge forward, we're just gonna slide 1 foot back, but keep it on the floor the entire time. So we're gonna come into that hinge forward position, keep that toe on the floor, and then come back to the center. Now, if you wanna really challenge yourself, as we hinge forward, we're gonna take that back foot up off the floor, hold that airplane position, bring it back down, and back to the center. So, we're gonna do this 6 times on each leg. So let's start with that left side. Kick that foot back, all the way up, find that balance point. This is a very challenging exercise. So you wanna think, keep your core super tight, pull that belly button in towards your back, and really focus on your foot pressure of that supporting foot. You don't want it rocking to the outside or to the inside. You want your toes, heels, everything in contact with the floor so we don't topple over. Good. We got 2 more on the side. Remember to breathe as you kick out. Deep breath out, back to the center. Last one, keeping those arms high over your head. Good. Tam has great balance. Let's see if the other side is equal. Because a lot of the time, there's always gonna be one side worse than the other. So again, you wanna find that position or that spot on the floor that you can focus on, really just zone in. And one thing that we wanna watch here is as we do that hinge forward, you don't wanna open up your hip. So if Tam were doing this wrong, she'd open up her hip like this. We wanna keep that down to the floor. So 3 more. And remember, you can just slide that foot back or take it all the way up off of the floor. Last one. Awesome job. Shake it out. Take a little breath because you were probably holding your breath through that whole one.
A little bit.
It's a little bit more challenging. So now we're gonna go into a little bit of a combination move. I'm gonna light up your whole lower body on this one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a fairly narrow stance, toes pointed straight forward, kind of right hip width apart. We're gonna come down, touch the floor, and as we come up, we're gonna rise up onto our toes, reach up, and come back down to a flat foot. And then when we come down the second time, we're gonna keep our knees straight, touch your toes, and same, reach up. We're gonna do that for 45 seconds. So we're not gonna do it for reps. So we're gonna remember to switch between that squat, so dropping the butt to the ground, and then that straight leg deadlift, toe touch. So in that squat, we wanna make sure to drop your butt down low, and then as we go into that hinge, think push your hips out and back. So if you're just in your living room or maybe doing this in a hotel room, you wanna think push those hips towards the back wall so you feel that whole posterior chain light up, your glutes, hamstrings. Let's do 10 more seconds. Good job, reach all the way up. Try to get up on those toes. Keep that core tight. 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, might have got your heart rate up a little bit.
Yeah.
So that one you can make as easy or as challenging as you want. The quicker that you move, the more your heart rate's gonna come up. If you just wanna take it slow, that's okay too, and just focus more on the muscle contractions. Totally up to you. So, third and final one in this one. Here's a real good test of your balance. We're gonna stand on one leg and do a little bit of a kick to the side. So we'll start standing on that left leg, find that real solid base, suck your core in tight, and we're just gonna lift and lower that leg to the side for 15. So you want a little bit of a bend in your knee, and you wanna watch you're not going too high where you're kind of crunching into the side. It's only as high as your hip will allow you to go. 3 more. Our hips range of motion is gonna be different for everybody, so just find what feels comfortable, and now we'll swap sides. So we're kicking it up to the side and keeping that core nice and tight and not dipping in, crunching into the side.
Stay focused.
You gotta find that focus spot, or that's when the topple over comes. And doing these one-sided, what is called unilateral movements, are very crucial to build full body strength. One of the main leading causes of injury is slips, trips, and falls. So the stronger our body can be, especially, if we're gonna be off balance, when we're walking, we're usually gonna be on one foot, the better. Same with core. A lot of these exercises really challenge your core when we're working on stability and balance, so kind of a bit of a double whammy. So we're gonna continue standing on one foot, but this time we're gonna do what is called a rainbow with our foot. So we're gonna take that foot out to the corner, and we're gonna take it up and over top like you're drawing a rainbow for 15. And each of these only counts as a half. So 2 equals 1 in this case. And again, we want to keep that core tight. Try not to bring open the hip too much. We want to control that movement as I almost fall over because I'm not paying attention. All right, let's go 5 more. All the way across your body.
Everything's different.
Focus on that supporting foot. You might feel this a little bit right in your inner thigh, that outer glute. All right, let's switch sides.
For the first time, I felt like I knew where I was.
Shake it out a little bit. So we're going to that 45-degree angle, bringing it up and over. Find that focal point.
I could see everything and everything could see me. I found peace.
So you really want to make that arc. Think about drawing that rainbow. Taking it up and over, keeping that leg straight with a little bit of a knee bend, so we don't want to be like we're hopping over a fence or something. Just corner to corner. 3 more.
Peace.
Keep it tight, strong, and straight. Last one. All right, and we got 1 more to finish it up here. So we're coming back to standing on that left-hand foot, and we're gonna point that foot to the back corner, and we're just gonna do a little kick up, backwards. So you want all that weight on that front foot, and just a little bit of a kick up. Doesn't need to be aggressive. We don't want that hip opening up. We're gonna do 15. So kick it to the back corner. You should really feel that butt muscle light up. Comes in pretty quick. All right, last 2. Now let's swap sides. Maybe give your butt a little bit of a shake out. Get that foot back. If you want to take it up a notch, reach those hands out in front of you. And find that balance. Pull that tummy as tight as you can.
Peace.
Last couple.
Oh,
Man,
that was 15.
I didn't say stop. It said never trust a trainer. All right. Well, there you have it. A couple easy, maybe challenging exercises to test your strength and stability. Thank you guys for joining us on Get Fit, and we'll catch you on the next episode.